CEP is organized by Nasik chapter and Pimpri Chinchwad chapter of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India. The inclusion of CMA in inventory valuation is going to give CMA a new opportunity and a new era of practice, whereas we can showcase our in-depth knowledge about the subject. Now I would request Chairman of Pimpri Chinchwad chapter, CMA Sagar Malpure sir, to share his view and throw some light on today's subject.
Thank you, Arif sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, inventory is the one of the most critical thing in any business, which drives the profitability of any business. Correct. So, when we talk about the any inventory, it comes with the valuation. So, valuation is a very critical aspect in any business. And when we talk in terms of the income tax perspective, it impacts the profitability. I remember almost 10 to 15 years before, when one of the time our Indian Railways were in profit in the era of Lalu Prasad. So at that time, the inventory valuation was on a higher side, because of which the Indian Railways was in profit. So that inventory valuation is very critical in any perspective. So to know those things, like how the inventory valuation to be done, and how does it play the role in daily businesses. So we have invited Ashish sir for that thing. So I will request Amit sir, please introduce for the today's speaker on the inventory valuation topic.
Thanks a lot, Malpure sir. Today we are having a very dynamic personality with us, who is a techno-commercial, having a techno-commercial qualification. His sir's total experience is 31 years. 31 years. So Ashish sir is the fellow member of ICMI. He did his B production from VJTI, Mumbai. He is also associate member of Institute of Engineers. Sir is a Six Sigma Green Belt holder, as well as he is ISO lead auditor. And sir is also working as an independent directors in a few companies. After completing his engineering, sir has started his first assignment with Marico Industries Limited, Mumbai, and after that he joined Pix Transmission, Nagpur. Both these assignments were on the basis of engineering. After that, sir has completed his CMA. Sir completed his CMA in 2006. Meanwhile, 2002 to 2004, sir has started his assignments with Mahanagar Gas Limited as an assistant manager finance. After that, sir joined Tata Motors as an assistant manager costing. Then he got transferred to Philippines on the assignment of Global Steel as a manager. After coming back to India, sir worked in Navi Mumbai SEZ Private Limited as a DGM. And his last assignment with the company was Sri Mallar Galvanizing and Engineering Work as a managing partner. After that, sir has started his own practice in 2010. So currently, sir is working in cost audits, business valuation, stock audit, cost compliances, project management, company formation, indirect taxation, and ISO certification. As well as sir is working on the chartered engineer certification and plant and machinery valuation. So this is the brief introduction of our today's guest. So now the forum is to our guest. Sir Ashish sir, it is to you now.
Thanks for introducing me. Directly, I will jump to the topic, that is inventory valuation, and I will start my presentations. Okay. So meanwhile, we'll introduce ourselves in detail over there. Okay, because I'm going to share my experience also with various companies and with various clients. So shall I start?
Yes, sir, you can.
Is my presentation visible or not?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we can see your screen. Yes, now we can see.
You can see, no? Okay.
Yeah.
So I welcome you all to this presentation, that is the role of CMA in inventory valuation. And reference to this inventory valuation is a new amendment that is in section 142, subsection 2A of IT Act, Income Tax Act. Okay. Myself, CMA Ashish Deshmukh, already introduced to you. So what will be the purpose of these sessions? Means what you will take away from these sessions, today's sessions. So that we will define first, because it is ultimately you are going to spend your 2 hours with me. So what will be your take away from these sessions? So first of all, we will decide the purpose of these sessions, and finally we will take your feedback on that purpose of the sessions. So my first purpose of this session is to make you understand why these amendments are done. Okay, because IT Act, first time it is amended for cost accountant, and exclusively for cost accountant this assignment is defined over there. So what is that amendment, and what are the benefits of this amendment to the government, that I will make you understand. Then second is understanding departments, means this IT department, CBDT. They have designed this Form 6C. I think many of us have already visited this format given by our department, and you have gone through it. But in details, I will be aware of this, because there will be very few changes to this form designed by uh, MOF, Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, CBDT. And this form will be the future of, this format will be the future of our CMA practice. Then third purpose of this session is the way forward to CMA. So your roadmap of CMA practice is going to change, and there will be many untapped business opportunities are underlying. So that we'll discuss in the last, and after that there will be question answer sessions, as well as I'll collect your feedback. So is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's go to first amendment in budget 2023, 1st February 2023, and then subsequent amendment in section 142 2A in March 2023. Now let us discuss why this amendment is being done. Okay. So you know that inventory being part of current asset, okay, your closing stock. So that is the biggest thing, or biggest tool to play with your profit. Okay, so whenever CAs, means chartered accountants, they want to make some adjustments in the profit to save income tax. Okay, they play with the stocks in the company. Okay, and this is being technical thing, so nobody can question, because in balance sheet, in that window dress balance sheet, you can view only one figure, that is the closing stock or inventory as on 31st March of that particular year. Okay, but ultimately that adjustment with the inventory is reducing the taxes, and you know that tax is the revenue of government. Ultimately we are Indians, and Indians are very shrewd in saving tax. Means if we want to give something, so we can't give it open handedly. Okay, so we do some adjustments over here and there, and we offer that thing for assessment. So this is generally the thing. So after pushing people for making all this means businesses, then all partnerships and all companies, government has made this thing that now this is the correct time to do this inventory valuation and to assess exact taxation, because ultimately aim of accounting is to provide true and fair picture. But with the help of this inventory valuation, okay, this CAs till date they have not provided a true and correct picture, and assessments were not uh, up to that mark. Okay, there were some substandard things which they used to do and save tax revenue. Okay, so government is of opinion that by giving this to cost accountant, okay, they will have, because accountant, they believe that cost accountant, they are very much transparent. Okay, they have nothing to do with the profit playing. Okay, so that's why this assignment is given exclusively for cost accountant. And you take my word that this is the second assignment we got after cost audit. Okay, but you know, cost audit is applicable to only companies. Okay, those who are listed on those who are registered with MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Okay, registrar of companies. But this thing is this applicable to all businesses. Okay, tomorrow audit of partnership firm may also come. Tomorrow audit of LLP may also come. So this is the biggest chunk of business which cost accountant will have in future. Okay. So this was 1st February 2023. I would call it this as a golden day in the history of CMA, because CMAs, they were fighting that somehow their name should be included as an accountant. Okay, because accountant definition is given in Income Tax Act, but though we were doing accounting work and we know every aspect of accounting, still we were not included till in Income Tax Act. So first time this opportunity is being received by we people, that is CMA people, CMA fraternity. And that's why this will be 1st February 2023 when this budget for 2023-24 was presented by our finance minister in parliament. So that was the golden day in the history of CMA. And here finance minister mentioned something exclusively for cost accountant, because earlier these assignments were there, means tax assignments. Okay, but that has to be shared with CAs, means that they had assigned this assignment, means GST. अभी GST में दोनों भी काम कर रहे हैं, सीए भी काम कर रहा था और कॉस्ट अकाउंटेंट भी काम कर रहा है. तो जीएसटी इज नॉट एक्सक्लूसिव डोमेन फॉर देन फॉर सीएमएस. Then cost audit, I would say exclusive domain, but applicability is very less, means penetration of CMA could not happen that much with that assignment. Okay, so something exclusively is being received, and that too in income tax. So that is a milestone in the history of CMA. Then to plug a loophole, for the first time in India, the concept of inventory valuation by CMA has been introduced. Though in specific cases, why? Though in specific cases, because this valuation will be ordered by commissioner, income tax commissioner. Okay, so there will be a few cases, but I would like to explain you the impact also of though few cases, but impact will be very huge. Okay, that also I will explain you in way forward to CMA. Then assessing officer have been conferred powers to get inventory valuation done under section 142 subsection 2A. The amendment in section 142(2)(a) of Income Tax Act segregated the valuation of inventory and audit under two parts. So there are separate two parts. So audit can also be asked, as well as inventory valuation can also be asked separately. Okay. Then unquote, to this is not quoted anywhere, but I'm still telling you, to avoid further audit under section 142(2)(a, inventory valuation can be asked to be done by cost accountant, and that will be the, see, there will be a response to stimuli. Now this action is there by Ministry of Finance, that inventory valuation has to be done exclusively by cost accountant, and assessing officer will order this inventory valuation. But to avoid the risk, to mitigate the risk, already companies will do the inventory valuation with the help of cost accountant, and they will get it signed by cost accountant. That is going to happen in future. Okay, there will be many things which will come in future, that also I will explain you. Now government has designed this form 6C. Okay, and this form 6C has been uploaded, and comments were asked from people, and you know that many cost accountant like us, they had given their comments by the due date, and these comments were compiled by our CMA institute, and it is being presented to the government back. Okay, so what many of us would have not gone through, and there are many peculiar things mentioned over there, so that I would like to revisit form 6C, and I would like to explain you what is there in form 6C, so that will be the training for you. Okay, so whenever such a type of assignment will start coming, so you will be prepared with your tools. Okay, so let's see what form 6C is there. Okay, this form number 6C. Okay, now government has designed this format. Okay, and this is the cover page they have designed. Okay, so cover page, what it says, form number 6C, rule 14A, E form. Okay, you understand what is E form. This is the covering page of that. Okay, this has to be filed. Okay, inventory valuation report under clause 2 of section 142 subsection 2A of the Income Tax Act 1961. Okay, first, we have examined the inventory of. Now here you have to quote the name and address of the assessee. Okay, I'm not saying company. Okay, because in case of cost audit we say that company, name of company, name of address. Now new domain has been opened up. Okay, all these companies, partnership, proprietorship, whatever, big companies and foreign companies, that all will come under this purview of 142 subsection 2A. Okay, then permanent account number of that company. Then we have conducted inventory valuation in compliance with the requirements under the relevant provisions of Income Tax Act 1961 and Income Tax Rules 1962. Okay, there are separate, act is separate and rules are separate, you know that. The opening inventory has been valued at rupees this much in words, and closing inventory has been valued at rupees this much. Okay, we have obtained all the information and explanation which, to the best of my our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purposes of inventory valuation. Okay, in my our opinion, proper books of this certification also you have to give. Okay, remember, now you are going to become an accountant, so that's why you are giving this certification. Proper books of account with respect to inventory has been kept by the head office and the branches of the assessee. Branches of assessee, you have to visit all his branches also. Visited by me oblique us so far, as appears from my oblique our examination of books. Proper data adequate for the purposes of inventory valuation has been received from branches. Okay, you have to mention if you have not received a proper data from them. Okay, so those branches name also you have to mention. If you have received proper data, those
Sir,
branches name
voice is
also.
not coming, sir.
Oh, sorry. uh, mhm. Is that okay now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
We are able to
I
hear you.
think, yeah, okay. I think there may be problem at your connection. Okay, because response is that they are hearing my voice. Okay, so, or shall I use a mic? I have some problem with that speakers and all, so that's why I'm talking directly in front of my laptop. Okay, okay. Okay, here in my or our opinion and to the best of my information and according to explanation given to me, inventory valuation presented here in below is my report, our report is appropriate. Okay, that all these are certification you have to give. Okay, then this is supported by UDIN number also. Okay, you have to quote your membership number, name of cost accountant. You have to sign this report and you have to file this report because this is the e-form. Okay, so this is covering page. Now I'll go in details of a format designed by them. Okay, form number 6C, inventory valuation report of cost accountant. First, information of the assessee. Okay, so address, head office, and branches. All branches also you have to cover under this information. Date of incorporation, nature of business, details of principal products, details of book of account maintained with respect to inventory, method of accounting employed with respect to inventory maintain. Okay, so here you have to you should have knowledge about inventory valuation methods. Okay, then indicate whether there is any change from the method of valuation employed with respect to the inventory maintained in the immediately two preceding previous years. You should know all this LIFO, FIFO, weighted average. Okay, all these things you should know very well. Then method of valuation of opening and closing stock of the following inventory items used by the assessee. That also you have to quote separately for each thing, like finished good, stock and trade, WIP. Okay, many companies they do the valuation of WIP on percentage completion method. So that also you should know very well. Okay, and why cost accountant has been chosen for this work? So it is simply because they have that cost of product, costing of product format ready in their mind always, and from there they can easily find out the percentage of completion. So that is the logic which I thought. Then raw material, so separately method of accounting of raw material, that also you have to put. Then byproducts. Okay, you know, like in sugar industry there are many byproducts like molasses, press mud, then bagasse. Okay, so byproducts also you have to put separately. Then intermediate products, like if I am in car manufacturing business, I sell engines also sometimes. Okay, I sell connecting rods. I can sell camshafts also. So these are all my intermediate products which I can sell in the market. So method of valuation of intermediate products also you have to give. You have to give jigs, tools, and dies separately. These are all my production tooling which helps for better production, mass production. Then store spares, consumables. This also, and scrap is also not left behind. Scrap is also taken in this format. Then state whether there is any change in the method of valuation of any of the aforesaid items as compared to the method employed in the immediately to preceding previous year. If the answer to and above is affirmative, you have to quote the amount by which the profit or loss has been impacted. Okay, so that is the thing. So Next is details of financial results. So first you have to quote about the structure of that company, branches, and then uh, uh, their stock valuation methods. After that, you have to give the details of financial results like turnover. Okay, and here you have to quote for 3 years. Okay, year under reporting, previous year one and previous year two. Okay, then profit or loss before tax, less taxes paid, net profit, value of production. So this thing is like means back backward calculation. Value of production you are finding out from turnover. Okay, then raw material consume, output input ratio, opening inventory, closing inventory, average inventory holding period, and in case of financial position which is given in our cost audit. Okay, now there is a similarity in this, because in case of financial position also we give all these things. Okay, then average raw material stock to consumption in days, average stores and spare stock to consumption in days, average finished goods stocks to cost of sales, okay, in days. So that all these details of financial results you have to quote for 3 years. Then under 9, in respect of items manufactured, full quantitative, this is a product, finished good. Okay, so in respect of items manufactured, full quantitative details of raw materials and finished products as indicated below. Okay, so you have to quote for all raw material. Okay, and this raw material should constitute 80% of material cost. Got my point? Okay, so here you have to give raw material description, unit of measurement, then opening stock. That way you have to report this raw material. Okay, so inventory of all such raw material that constitute top 80% of the total inventory value of raw material should be reported atom wise separately. Okay, it's a big assignment. Then inventory of all other raw materials constituting balance may be clubbed under others. Okay, then depending on a number of raw materials, you have to add columns. Okay. Then comes the quantitative details in respect of atoms manufactured, traded by the assessee. Okay. Sometimes we buy a stock for selling. Okay. So in that case, I have to give all my WIP or finished product, which are manufactured and oblique traded by the assessee, like description, atom code, unit of measurement, opening stock, quantity manufactured during the year, quantity purchased during the year, quantity sold during the year, quantity rejected during the year, quantitative adjustment, closing stock, opening WIP, closing WIP. Okay, so that will give me a finished product oblique work in progress inventory items. Okay, then I have to give here, has the assessee conducted physical verification of raw materials, stores and finished good products, etc. I am doing this verification, physical stock verification for many companies over here, like Tata Advanced Systems Limited. They manufacture defense machineries. Okay, so for them I conduct a physical stock verification, and that frequency is quarterly. Okay, so like that you have to mention whether that assessee are they into practice of doing this physical stock verification of raw materials, stores, finished goods, or goods dealt in mention above. So normally in many companies I do inventory physical stock verification for A and B class. Okay, and sometimes he says yearly we do for C class. Okay, quarterly we do for A and B, yearly for C class also. So that method adopted by that company, whatever method they are adopted, that you have to mention over here. Okay, then details of discrepancies, if any, whether valuation is in conformity with the income computation and disclosure standards notified under subsection 2 of section 145 of the Income Tax Act. Okay, now you know that ICDS. Okay, so many follow ICDS 2. Okay, ICDS stands for Income Computation and Disclosure Standards. So that is given in our accounting standards. Okay, but some like projects, okay, projects, if it is of for more than 3 years, so they follow standards given by ICDS 8. So accordingly, you should know what valuation they are following up for ICDS. Okay, so that knowledge also, that knowledge also be there while doing this inventory valuation work. Okay. Then details of inventory valuation for the year under reporting by the cost accountant, wherever ICDS 2 is applicable. Now we are talking about this ICDS 2. Okay. Normally 80% follow this ICDS, manufacturing companies, ICDS 2. They comes under ICDS 2. Okay. Then we have to do the valuation of finished goods, stock in trade, that also. And it has to be followed by AS2. Okay. So opening stock, opening stock quantity you have to find product wise. Then COP stands for cost of production, and oblique PV stands for purchase value. Okay, and NRV. So 6 or 7, whichever is lowest as per AS2, you have to select. Okay, and that will be multiplied by 5. 5 is the quantity. Got it? So net realizable value and cost of production, whichever is lower. Now the thing is that who can do this? Who can find out cost of production? So only cost accountant. He is competent enough to find out the cost of production. And that's why this assignment to remain intact with whatever mentioned in AS2, it is being given to the cost accountant. Okay, because now means till date, what happened? Already this chartered accountant, they were in practice of reporting this inventory valuation in 3CD format. Okay, that is their audit report. Okay, now the moment you get this assignment from the commissioner, you have to collect the 3CD report filed by a chartered accountant. Okay, and your assignment will start. Okay, then you have to do the physical count of you have to visit that client, you have to do physical verification of everything like raw material, then jigs and fixtures, then spares, atoms, scrap, whatever you get, you have to value it as per AS2. You have to find out the cost of production for that. Okay, for that, and that's why your role is very much important in doing inventory valuation. Similarly, closing stock also you have to find out. Okay, and again here also you will select a lowest value from COP, cost of production, or net realizable value, and multiplied by that quantity. And thorough report of opening stock as well as closing stock valuation will be available with you. Okay, for everything, for finished good, for raw material, for spares, for consumables, for jigs and fixture, production tooling, scrap, everything. So you have to cover each and everything available there in with client as a inventory.
सर आपका डेटा हेलो
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'm listening to you. Please tell me. Hello.
यार मेरे फोन में क्या पता क्या हो रहा है, आप वाले से लगाओ ना, मैंने ये चालू कर दिया.
Ashish sir, your voice is not coming. You need to unmute.
is, yeah, now?
Yes, it's
Hello?
audible now.
Sorry. I think कब से हुआ है ये? यानी 5-1 मिनट हो गया?
नहीं, it just एक आधा मिनट पहले.
Just happened. Okay. So shall I resume?
Yes, sir.
I hope you are enjoying the thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. I'll again go to my slideshow. Okay. Visible?
Yes. You can put it on the slideshow mode.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I'm thankful to the person who immediately told me that voice is not coming. Thank you. And again, I'm starting here. So now you have seen the design form 6C by the department. Okay. So we have already seen how they have designed the valuation of finished good, then raw material. Okay. Now I am on WIP, valuation of WIP. Now companies, they are having a practice